Can we stay here?
Hey YouTube friends, hopefully I got something new and exciting soon to bring to you guys. I've been working on for a minute, and I got some funny footage of what I've been working on and all the chaos and shit that's gone wrong trying to do it. But what I was going to show people here is on my sketch, and kind of a little bit of a backstory on wanting to do the sand drag idea. Is the property is perfect for it. I got cool neighbors. I've been to a handful of sand drag events with different concoctions and builds we've had. Nothing real fast, but I think my problem is too big of a machine with not enough budget for a motor. And I got a squirrel I'm gonna fucking shoot. But now idea, or today's take on it is, you know, how big of a motor can I put in how tiny of a machine? So projects like the drag tractor, or record's fastest mower, hopefully can still do that. Project, I'm gonna put paddles on it. That was one of the ideas in the back of my head, was to sand drag it. Another one is we're going into cold weather. Haven't been to ice drag since I was a kid. Never really had anything to run on the ice. I'm gonna stud the rear tires and cold cutter the front and take it to ice drags. We do have, in Michigan, we have White Lake usually does it, and I heard they still do it. It's not a sanctioned event. It's more of a locals and everybody that knows about it just go out there and have fun. After the accident, I kind of thought top speed's cool, but the sand drags, I mean, 60 miles an hour is a 5-second pass. If you can get that thing to do 100, I mean, you're talking, I think, a high 2, low 3-second pass. And I mean, some of the fastest stuff I've ever really seen has been, I think, 2.25 seconds, 2.5 seconds. And I don't really see my budget achieving that. So it's kind of more of a get to still do insane horsepower projects, but not take them out and stretch their legs to 200 miles an hour and get hurt. You know, still dangerous, but how fast can we go in 300 feet kind of thing? A little bit more at ease. So got some footage here. It's not much. Been struggling with the channel a little bit. Still have to work and pay bills and try to come up with content. It's been very difficult. So I really do appreciate everybody that has subscribed and watched. And I know it needs work, but hey, give me time, and hopefully I'll surprise you, and we'll come up with some badass shit. So keep viewing. You know, tell your buddies to subscribe, friends, enemies, whoever. Thank you. But the building will be more to this drag strip over here to that being over there. But we're roughly 1,000 feet long, 930 feet long exact. I already have a road established. This is an old building spot. It's over here, and it shrunk due to expense. But I will have parking, takeoff, launch, 300 foot, shutdown. I roughly have a hill that's 150 foot long, like distance going uphill, that will help for the shutdown. And fuck, I don't know, if you can't shut that thing down in 500 feet, I'll put some bungee cords so you don't hit my house. But hopefully I can bring everybody along with this. I'll show some videos here shortly. Today was pretty exciting working on it. I mean, a boring Sunday. I got the power tracks going, took the kid back there, started clearing some cattails, or whatever the hell the things are called. I guess the exhaust caught them on fire, didn't see it. Drove from back here up to here to get gas. By the time I came back 15 or 20 minutes later, a spot that fucking big was on fire. I played a hero for about 15 minutes. It wasn't gonna happen with the wind. It was jumping and growing twice the size.
Mason!
So we called 911, had the fire department come out and hang out. Let's call it a training exercise. The footage you'll see, it's pretty nuts. And more than anything, it doesn't show on here. I have one house here, 2, 3, 4. So the fire ended up growing here. I was worried about them. And they had a shed over here. They have a big pond and then a pole barn. But, I mean, if something happens on my property and burns my shit to the ground, you know, I'd be responsible and only feel bad for me. If something honestly happened to one of my neighbors, I would never let it go. And not that I wouldn't fix it or insurance wouldn't cover it, but, you know, I would think every time I go to do something, they would be nervous or worried about it. This was not one of those young, dumb, out there trying to do a controlled burn or anything. Literally was bulldozing some cattails and didn't realize the exhaust catching them on fire. But check out the footage.
It's going out.
Is it?
Yeah. I can't even go in front of it because it's so hot.
Oh, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's over there.
Well, this is what's left of the action today. I just want to come back here and make sure there's no hot ambers that can relight. But probably, I don't know, half acre of swampland burned to the ground. All the hot exhaust touching whatever the fuck that is. Whew. That's a good one. That's one that jumped right. Huh. It's crazy that fire started there in that corner. There was a trail going around it, which was kind of dead, and it went up like crazy. And all the tall stuff, you see there's still some stragglers. Burned this way, which I dug out with a shovel and stopped. Came this way because the wind was actually blowing to the south, north, south, north, whatever. And came through this little, didn't touch that, what a 15-foot spot through, and then opened back up and burned all of that. That's fucked. I can't believe it even stopped before it started. Could have kept going. Huh. Alright, it's late and I'm one-handed with a camera. See if I can take us through the new trail I just opened up. Then I'm going to keep carving out. So I'm clearing all this. Just down the road from me, one of my neighbors did it. These cattails aren't shading the yard or the ground. It literally grew grass like a golf course. And I have 2 acres of this. I'm going to build a 300-foot sand drag. It's going to be the cat's ass. Stop here for a minute, you can see these things are 12 foot tall. I got roughly 2 acres of it that I'm trying to clear, and I thought I was going to have to get some kind of heavy equipment. The heavier the equipment, the more it'd sink back here. What's awesome is the power tracks, when I get it back going in the golf cart, are killing it. This is just a weekend of running over cattails. I got roughly 3/4 of an acre cleared, I think. But I got a lot to go. Try to make a trail through there real quick. Yeah, I found a way to get it stuck. About, I don't know, 250 feet offshore. But it's crazy, my chain's tied to it, probably 16 inches off the ground. These cattails are strong enough. I just want to get a little recording of everything that we got cleared, because this is the beginning to the 300-foot sand drag. It's gonna be badass. But the starting line will be kind of over in this area. And then right about where that tree line is but a little before it's 300 foot. Should be cool.